Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be working on strength in our feet. So you may have seen my article on plantar fasciitis, which could be why you're here. Otherwise, I'll link below just in case you want to check it out. But it really talks about how important the strength of our feet is. If you think of a building, if we don't have a strong foundation, it's hard for everything to be held upright, to be really in a good place. Just like anything else, we need a really strong foundation. It's hard to work on our posture and work on our core work and really work on back support if we have weak feet and we can't hold our legs up properly, to be honest. So that's what we're going to work on today. Just some sweet, short exercises you can add a few times a week until you get that basic strength in your feet. Your feet will feel a lot better, your legs will feel better, your back will feel better, your energy will be more vibrant, your body will be looser overall, because the fascia lines in your feet hook in, of course, to the back side of your body, but your entire body. So feet are really the foundation for how we move in a lot of different ways. I'm excited that you're here. You don't need any equipment, just yourself, and no socks and shoes. So take your feet hip width apart and just stand up normal, shake out your knees a little, shake out your shoulders. Take one deep breath in, deep breath out, and just notice how your feet feel. Or maybe you already do have plantar fasciitis or some pain. So take it easy when you need to. If it starts to be too much, take a break, shake it out. Cramping isn't necessarily a bad sign, even though it can be quite uncomfortable. So if you feel a cramp coming on, definitely back off. But all it really means is that you're building strength in that area. So it can be a really positive sign. So if you do start to cramp, you're doing everything correctly, take a break and come back to it when you're ready. It's a great thing about YouTube. You can pause it and come back whenever you're ready. All right, first thing we're gonna do, take your feet hip width apart if you haven't already. For a moment, shift back and forth between your heels and the fronts of your feet, kind of like a little mini self-massage. We'll call that our little muscle warm-up. And then find a nice medium ground. So soften your knees a little. You don't have to be super loosey-goosey, but you just want to make sure that you're not locking. Slight bend in your knees. Draw your belly button to your spine. And now start to press pretty even through both feet. What I mean by that is see if you can shift your weight a little bit more forward in case you were leaning in back. If you find you tend to lean forward a little bit, shift your weight back to where it feels you're pressing pretty even through all four corners of your feet. Once you feel pretty even through the fronts and the backs of your feet, you're going to pick up all of your toes and then spread them wide. Lucy, you're a little bit in the way. Come over here. Good girl. Pick up all your toes and spread them super wide. Now, I've worked with a few clients one-on-one and in person, and I've noticed that sometimes at this stage, they can already start to feel a little bit of cramping coming on. So you're normal, it's okay if that happens. What happens, so we're gonna keep our toes up, keep spreading them wide, this is part of it. But when we are wearing shoes all the time, in particular shoes that squish our toes in or have too much padding and we don't get to use our muscles, then our feet get weak. So this is all you're feeling is your muscles getting a nice stretch and already starting to strengthen. It's kind of like when we stretch our arms out, it's a stretch, but if we hold it there for a while, it's gonna start to strengthen. So that's what we're doing with our toes and our feet. Just hold and breathe. Take one more really deep breath in. Spread your toes a little bit further if you can. Spread, 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 and relax everything. Shake out your feet if you need. And then come on back, feet hip width apart. Pick up all your toes. You're gonna go a step further. We'll find the weight front and back, all four corners. Good. Soft bend in your knees. Pick up all your toes. Spread them super wide. Now root down through your big toes. Only your big toes. Keep all the other four toes up. Now stretch your baby toes as far over to the side as you can go, and then root them down. Now the three toes in the middle are lifting up. From here, soft bend in your knees. Press all your toes down, and now hug. Like you're scraping, like if your dog wants a treat and puts its arm on you and it pulls its hands back, pulls all its claws back. So what we're doing, you're gonna plant your toes down and pull back. Now already you may feel that kick in through your inner thighs. Keep your knees a little bit bent to help that happen. If we have locked knees, we're gonna block the energy and we're gonna block the natural pattern of the muscles to help them out. So soft knees, plant your toes down, pull them back. From here, you're going to imagine your shin bones right here are gonna hug towards one another. From there, you should definitely feel your inner thighs kick in, maybe even your pelvic floor and your lower abdomen. So everything works together. Good. Now keep that contraction. Keep pressing all four corners of your feet down. Keep squeezing your toes back, hugging your shin bones in. Breathe. Relax your jaw. Take one more breath in and release. Shake out your legs a little. Move your toes around and breathe. You can stretch them if you want. Ooh, I just did the foot stretch one, talking about plantar fasciitis, but we didn't stretch through the tops of your feet. So let's actually do that now. And there's a whole video on more stretching and massage if you want to, but we'll just do this one really quick. So you don't have to go far. You can just tuck your toes under and just press in as if there's an arrow coming out from the front of your ankle, pressing away. So you're stretching out the front of your foot and all the way up through that shin. I just did the stretching one, which we ended on a certain exercise, which we're going to include here too, because it strengthens and stretches. It's so good. It's probably why this isn't feeling really good to me right now. All right, tuck the other ones under and press out right through that ankle. Should stretch through the front top of your foot. If you need to go deeper in it, once you get that curl, you can start to straighten your leg out. Whew. It's pretty intense. There's a tennis ball back there. Okay, let's do one more round. Feet hip width apart, pretty even through the fronts and backs. Slight bend in the knees. Pick up all your toes. Spread them wide. Root through the big toe. Stretch all the way across the little toe. Root down. Now press, press, press through the big toe and the little toe. Now press all your toes down. Hug them back. From there, slight bend in the knees. Start to squeeze your shin bones, your lower legs towards one another. You should feel the activation all the way up through your lower core. Good, now breathe. Stay here. Feel press down through your feet. Good, 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 good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Perfect. All right, shake out a little. One more round, that's it. And then we're gonna end on one exercise that does a little strength and stretch. All right, feet hip width apart. Press even through the fronts and backs. Pick up all your toes, spread them wide. Root through the big toe. Stretch over to the little toe, root it down. Now you can also do this setup every time you go to a yoga class if you want to get a little bit more out of your practice. Root all your toes down. Hug them back. Slight bend in the knees. Squeeze your shin bones towards one another. Now, shift all of your weight into the left foot. Press through that left big toe more than anything. The big toe mound actually, kind of that ball. So where you're pressing on the big toe mound right here through that toe pad. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing through the left, but all four corners really press down. Slight bend in the left knee, and then just hover the right leg up. So now we're adding the balance aspect to it. So you should be a little bit wobbly and shaky. This is good. This is going to strengthen everything in your lower leg. That will help with your posture. That will help with your feet muscles. That will help with your lower back pain. Breathe. Remember, if it's too much, you hold your breath. Back off. All right. You want to go a step further? Spread your right toes wide. Keep pressing through the left foot. Spread your right toes wide. Spread, spread, spread. Start to lift it straight up in front of you. It's going to add to the balance aspect. You're going to keep your right toes spread wide and keep pressing them out in front of you. Good. One more breath in. Slowly lower down. So as you lifted that leg up, you might feel it start to strengthen all the way up through the thigh then. This is good. And your front thigh of the raised leg, and then all around the other thigh. Good, good, good. Shake out. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Same. Other side. Pick up your toes, spread them wide. Root through the big toe. Stretch over to the little toe, root it down. All your toes. Press, claw back. Slight bend in your knees. Hug your shin bones. Now, pause, feel. Start to press down through that big toe pad. All four corners of the right foot. Shift your weight over to the right. Hover the left. Breathe. On an exhale, draw your lower belly towards your spine. Just keep hovering the left foot. Press down really strong through the right foot. You feel the wiggles and the wobbles and the shakes. Now maybe add on, maybe not. Keep your left toes spread wide either way. You're in a slow motion, almost as if it's coming from the core, as if it's coming from that deep thigh bone. So instead of just kicking your leg up, you're really thinking about, can I lift through my thigh and core? Lift the left leg up in front. Good, spread your toes wide. Keep pressing through the right big toe mound. It's gonna try to tip your weight back, but see if you can stay really nice and strongly planted. Breathe in. Whew, it's getting toasty in my thigh. Slowly lower back down. Shake it out. Good. All right, take a break. Shake it out. Give you a whole hour just on your feet, and we'll get the full body workout in. And you take a little stretch, same one we did, curl and press. Curl and press. Sounds like an 80s workout. Curl and press. Final one. Feet hip width apart, toes a little bit out to the side. Same thing, spread your toes wide. It doesn't have to be as intensive a setup, but you just want to have a wide spread toes to start to retrain your foot. Often we think that our toes need to be squished together because that's how they are in shoes, and you'll see people where their toes are naturally like bent up because they're really tight here. Maybe their toes are curled under because they're really tight here. But really our foot should be pretty neutral and pretty widespread through the toes. So all we're doing here is kind of retraining our feet to be feet. Spread your toes wide. Now you can be against a wall if you need help, or you can grab onto something in front, maybe a couch or whatever. Or you can do this with a partner, although you might tip over, so be prepared. And you're just gonna slowly come all the way down into a squat. So this will be really good, nice strengthening for the legs as well as the feet. Oh, hello. All right, let me wiggle my way down. So if you cannot get your feet down, that's fine. You can even have your hands forward and you can just work on your butt might not even get down. You can be on a yoga block if you need, or a bunch of pillows. Anywhere you get to is gonna start working the strength you need to do this squat. So wherever you are, no problem, just work towards it. And once you get your feet flat, see if you can take your elbows on the inside of your thighs, inside of your knees, palms together, press out, and then lift your heart up. And the more we do that, press out and lift the heart up, you'll notice you start to automatically push more weight into the feet versus starting to dump back into your heels. And then your shins will appropriately start to fire up and strength train. So we're getting a nice stretch as well as a strength in this pose. If you want to end with more stretches and even a nice massage for your feet, your whole body will feel better. You'll get a little bit of reflexology in there. You can check out the next video, which is all about stretching out through your feet so that you not only build the strength, but just like you're training any other muscle group, it's good to pair them together to stretch, massage, and strengthen all together. So hopefully your feet start feeling better. If you have questions about this, reach out. Comment below, let me know if this helped. Did you try it? Hopefully so. There's a big difference between sitting there and doing the exercises. So I so hope that after maybe you watch through once, next time save this video, like it so that it's remembered in your YouTube, and you can come back to it again and again and again, and you'll see more strength building over time. Your pains will start to diminish and you'll have more energy. It will be so great. Not to mention improve your balance, which is one of the markers of how healthfully we age. So thanks for practicing, and I will see you next time.